going on, everyone? It's Barles and I'm back for a video. It's a bit of a late night one. I finally got around to doing it. NFL preview is happening right now. As you can see, for the first video on the channel, I'm not wearing my hat, so this is what my hair looks like, guys. So yeah, anyway, we'll get stuck into the video. So the game that's already been was the New York Jets against the Cleveland Browns. Now, I did tip Cleveland and they won 21-17. I didn't actually watch the game, but it looked like it was a very, very close game from the highlights I've seen. Obviously, Tyrod Taylor got injured and Baker Mayfield, #1 pick from the draft, played his first game and he did really well, got over 200 yards from when he was on, and he did really well. So Cleveland deserved winners, and they finally have a win for the first time. I think it's like 22 games or something, the first time they've won, so good for them. So we'll get stuck into the games that will be kicking off in just over a couple of hours. Buffalo Bills at Minnesota playing the Vikings. I don't see this going any other way than a Vikings win, and 98% have said that Vikings win, so that tells a story. Vikings have been really good all year. Kirk Cousins been top 5 quarterbacks for the season. Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, and then they've got Latavius Murray this week. Dalvin Cook's not playing. But I think it'd be very high scoring for Minnesota to win. I think Minnesota have got this one easily. So I think it'd be very, very high scoring for Minnesota, not so much for Buffalo. Next game is the Indianapolis Colts are in Philadelphia playing the Eagles. I've tipped the Eagles in this one. It could be a bit closer than what people think, but I think Eagles have got this one, particularly because Carson Wentz is playing his first game back from his ACL and MCL injury last season, so he'll be getting his first start, and I think he'll lead them to a victory straight away. So I think they've just got more offensive weapons than what Indianapolis have, and then they've got a better defense as well. So that's why I've gone for Philly. Next game, Green Bay Packers are playing in Washington and playing the Redskins. This one will be very, very tight, I think. Again, a lot's depending on Aaron Rodgers and if he suits up or not. I would assume he will. He's doing exactly what he did last week, didn't practice all week up until Saturday, practiced limited at training, and he's done the same this week, so I would assume he'll play, and if he does, I'd pick the Packers still. But Washington is still a good side, especially being at home with the likes of Smith, Peterson, Thompson, Crowder, Reed. I think that they can still put up a decent enough score to get close to Green Bay, so it'll be a good game, I think. Next game, Kansas City Chiefs playing at home, and they're playing against the San Francisco 49ers. Again, I think that Kansas City have just got too many offensive weapons, even though their defense isn't very strong. They've got a lot of injuries and stuff, but I think that their offense with Mahomes has been fantastic in his first 2 games, throwing the most touchdowns ever for a player that's played their first 2 games. They've got lots of Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins. They've got a lot of offensive weapons, so I can't really see anything else other than a Kansas City win. But San Francisco are a good side as well, and I do expect them to do quite well, but not in this game. I think that Kansas City have got this one. Next game, Oakland Raiders are playing in Miami and they're playing the Dolphins. This one, I think Dolphins I would favour. 71% have gone. I can see a case for the Raiders. They have got a few big names like Marshawn Lynch, who else? Jared Cook, Joey Nelson, Amari Cooper. And Derek Carr. They've got a lot of good weapons. But I think Miami being at home, they don't really have any big names because obviously after Landry left, they don't have any massive names, probably besides Kenyon Drake. But they just know how to get the job done, and they're a good team, and I think that they'll get the job done at home, and they'll go 3-0. So I certainly didn't. That's one of the teams I didn't expect to see doing as well as they have at the start of the season. Tennessee Titans are playing in Jacksonville, and they're playing the Jaguars. I think Jags have got this one covered. There's too many question marks over the quarterback. Where is it going to be Mario? Is it going to be Gabbert? I don't know. Too many question marks. Jags are a good team. I'm hoping to see Fournette play in this game, come back from an injury. He's questionable at this stage to play or not, so he'll be probably a game time decision. So it'll be interesting to see if he'll suit up or not. But I still expect, even if he doesn't, TJ Yeldon will still be there for them, or Corey Grant, whoever they want. So I think his name's Corey Grant anyway. They'll be fine. So I expect the Jags to win that one. Next is the Denver Broncos playing in Baltimore against the Baltimore Ravens. I would still pick the Ravens at home. This is, for me, a bit of a 50-50 game. It does say 51% Ravens, 49% Denver. I would probably be in favour of Ravens being at home. And that's probably about it. If it was in Denver, I'd probably be going for the Broncos. It's just one of those games where their teams are fairly well matched up. They've got good weapons on either side. So Broncos have got like Keenum, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Royce Freeman, Philip Lindsay. They've got a lot of those names there. And then on the other hand, Baltimore have got Flacco, Collins, Buck Allen, Crabtree, John Brown. So they've got a lot of big names there. So it'll be a 50-50. I expect the Ravens to just get that one. New Orleans Saints are playing in Atlanta against the Falcons. I expect this game to be one of the top 2 high-scoring games, and the other one I'll be talking about as the last game. It'll be a bit of a shootout, and I have lent towards the Saints just. And that is only because with the Falcons having a few of their big-name defence players out, with Keanu Neal and Deion Jones being out, I think that the Saints have got a very, very, very good offence. Probably one of the best in the league, with Breeze, Kamara, Thomas, Ben Watson as a red zone target. I think that they've got enough, and Ted Ginn's another one. They've got enough firepower, I think, to overcome Atlanta, who again will be without Devontae Freeman, but they'll have Tevin Coleman there to make up for that. And Tevin Coleman's a very, very good running back as well. But I just think that if Marshawn Lattimore can keep maybe Julio Jones a bit quieter, I don't think Matt Ryan will have enough options besides Julio to win the game. So that's what I personally think the Saints will win. But more people, 62% have gone for Atlanta, so I can see it, because especially for Atlanta being a home game. I just think Saints just for me, and that's what I think anyway. The Cincinnati Bengals playing in Carolina against the Panthers. I think that the Panthers have got this one. They've got a good offense. Bengals have got a very, very good defense. They've been very, very good the first few games. It'll be very, very close. I think this will be another game that'll be close. I think it'll be mid-20s for both teams. Not insanely high scoring, but not low scoring either. I think there'll still be some scores in here. Bengals haven't lost a game yet, but I unfortunately think that this will be their first. I think Panthers being at home as well. And I just like the likes of Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey and Devin Funchess more than what I do with Andy Dalton and AJ Green. But when Andy Dalton can turn it on, he can certainly turn it on and make a result turn on its head. So it'll be close, but I think Carolina just. New York Giants playing against the Houston Texans. Now this one I do believe will be a very high scoring game. Big names everywhere: Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Miller, Will Fuller for like the Texans, and on the other side you've got Saquon Barkley, Eli Manning, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Can't forget about him. Evan Engram, Sterling Shepard. There's a lot of big names all over the park. I would and neither teams won a game either, which is very surprising. I would probably still just go for Houston only because it's at home, and that connection between Hopkins and Watson is just too good to ignore. So I would just favour them, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if the Giants got over the top in that one. I think it'll be very, very close. So good game, that one. Now the fixture I'm looking forward to the most this weekend. I don't have a team yet in the NFL still, if anyone was wondering, but this game I'm just looking forward to. The Battle of LA. The Los Angeles Chargers are playing the LA Rams. It's a Rams home game. I'm going to go for the Rams just because of their high scoring offense with Goff, Woods, Cooks, Cup. They've just got, and Todd Gurley. How could I forget Todd Gurley? He's probably the number one player I should have said. But they've just got way too many offensive weapons for Chargers to deal with. Joey Bosa again being out for Chargers as well, which is not good for them. Chargers got some good names of their own with Gordon and Keenan Allen and Phillip Rivers and people like that. But I can't see Chargers outscoring the Rams. But again, I think it'll be high scoring. I think if any team's going to being able to keep low scoring, it's going to be the Rams are going to keep Chargers to a low score. But it'll be a good game nonetheless. 4 games to go, 3 left on the Sunday, and that will be Dallas Cowboys playing in Seattle against the Seahawks. I can't see anything else other than really a Seahawks win, to be honest with you. It says 50-50 on the 50% for Seattle, 50 for Dallas. I just think Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I just think that they can hold up the Dallas offense. If you shut Zeke out, then that's it. Cole Beasley's Dak's #1 receiver. Apparently might not play. He's questionable for the game. So I just think that Seahawks get the job done, and that's what I'm going for. So that's why I think they'll win. Chicago Bears are playing against the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Bears win. I can't see anything other than that. Cardinals got the least amount of offensive yards, least passing yards, least rushing yards. They've conceded the most points. They lost to the Rams 43-0 last week. And Chicago got a fantastic defense. Trubisky's starting to come into his own as a quarterback in the offense for the Bears. And they've got the likes of Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, Allen Robinson, Trey Burton, people like that. They just have way too many offensive weapons, and I don't think Arizona's defense is going to be able to stop them. It'll be interesting to see if Sam Bradford starts or if they do give Josh Rosen a chance at quarterback, but I don't know if that's going to change much, if it's going to change anything really. Maybe David Johnson might come in the game or they might score some points, but I just don't see anything other than the Chicago Bears win with how good their defense has been, with Khalil Mack leading the charge there. So yeah, now up to Sunday night football. We have the New England Patriots are playing in Detroit against the Detroit Lions. I think Detroit will pull up a decent fight, but I still see New England Patriots being too good. It'd be good to see Josh Gordon play his first game for the Patriots, seeing how he connects with Tom Brady. Apparently Gordon's questionable to play, but I still think he'll play to some capacity. I don't think he'll play a huge amount, but I think he'll still see some activity. And I just think Patriots have got way too many offensive weapons. There's honestly too mean to name in that. I just think Detroit will keep. I think they'll still score. Detroit will still get some touchdowns and stuff. I just don't see them keeping up with the Patriots. So I see New England win there. And the final game, Monday Night Football, is the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I see this to be probably the highest-scoring game of the week. 67% have gone for the Buccaneers, but I just think Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this one. I know that the Steelers' defense has been very, very weak and has allowed a few points to be scored, but I just see Steelers likes of Antonio Brown, Big Ben, Roethlisberger, and Juju Smith-Schuster and James Conner scoring enough points to overcome Fitzpatrick. I just see them outscoring them, even though it is a Buccaneers home game. I'm sure the Buccaneers can't keep going, can they? They've done so well the first 2 games. I'll give them credit; they've done very, very well. James Winston being, I didn't think there were any chance to beat New Orleans. They went and beat them 50-something to 30-odd, which is amazing. And then they beat the Philadelphia Eagles last week, the Super Bowl champions. So can they continue against the high-powered Steelers? I certainly wouldn't put it past them, and 67% of people have said that they will. But I sort of think Steelers are probably going to cut it short. I still think Tampa will still score a lot of points, but I still see Steelers getting the job done in that one. So they are my tips for this week. That's who I think will win. That's my previews for the week. Apologies I didn't get out before the first game, but what can you do? Sometimes things don't happen when they're meant to. So unfortunately this is one of those cases. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here or you haven't subscribed yet, do that. Comment on the video if you have any comments. I put the AFL preview for the prelim finals that have just been played this week. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. I did the Premier League preview as well for the games played. There's one just literally about starting out, Arsenal Everton. So I'm going to watch that one, and then watch the NFL games like that. But if you haven't watched any of them, I'd suggest go and watch them. And then FIFA 19 comes out in just under 24 hours now for me. So tomorrow I'll be uploading a video for farewelling FIFA 18, and then it'll be welcome FIFA 19. I'll probably put a video up Wednesday. I think I'll just play some games tomorrow for FIFA and just get some games smashed, get some coins. But besides that, there'll be a video up with my mate for the 12,000 FIFA points pack opening. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And that'll be all for today. So I hope you guys had a good weekend and have a good week forward, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, catch you. Cheers.